Alright, here are the notes. Now, orthographic drawing, this is the one that's got the three views. You've got the top, the side, and the front. Pretty self-explanatory. Isometric is going to be the one we use the dots for. It looks like it's 3D, and then your foundation drawing is just from the top, and it's got the height of each object. So, foundation drawing, this is your foundation drawing, and they are going to ask us to draw the other two from that. So if we think about this, we've got an L-shaped something, and it's got 1 block high here in the front, 2 blocks high here in the middle, and then 3 blocks high here in the back. So from the front, if this is our front view, what we're going to see is this 1 block here all by itself. We'll see this 2 block here right next to it, and then we'll see that 3rd block in the back, kind of like that. Alright, you can actually have all 3 of these lines, but it's cool. So what you would see from the front are the 2, and you'd see that top. From the top, all you would see is this. All you would see is that L. And then from the right, if we consider this to be the right, you would just see 2 blocks, because this 1 would be covered by that 2. You'd see the 2 blocks over there, and you'd see the 3 blocks next to them. That 1 in the front would be right here, but you really wouldn't be able to see it if you were looking straight on. Now, the isometric, I always like to start here with this right corner. It's pretty easy to draw that one. So this would be that 1 block. Alright? Next to it, and it's what you would see. If I were looking at it from this direction, I would be able to see that block. And from there, I'm going to take and I'm going to draw the other blocks that I could see. So this 2 block, I could see the top of that. Alright? So now I've got these 2, and I need to find that last block. Now it would be 3 tall. It would be attached to this 2 block. So I draw that 3rd block that I would be able to see, and then it would go down like this. Alright? So looking at it from this direction, I see that 1 block. I'll put the 1, here's the 2, here's the 3. The 1, the 2, the 3, and it's in that L position. You'll notice that the bottom of this one gets hidden a little bit. Again, I like to pick a direction that I'm looking at it from. There's a lot of different ways you could look at it, but that's how I like to look at that one. And it gives me something that looks like a 3-dimensional drawing. This one, we are giving a foundational drawing again. I need the orthographic, so I'm going to give the front, the side, and the top. So front is looking at it this way. When I look at it at the front, all I would be able to see right there is that 3-block tower. You'd have the 1 block right here that you could see, the 2 block right here that you could see in that 3rd block, and then on the side we've got the 2 block and the 1 block that you would also be able to see. From the top, you would just see your foundation drawing with no numbers. Looks like that. And then from the right, this is what I think of as the right. From the right, looking just like this. Oh, no, my bad. So from the right, we've got the 3 tall, the 1 tall, or the 2 tall, and then the 1 tall. So from the right, it would be 3 tall, 2 tall, and then 1 tall. You would see this block up high, you would see these 2 blocks, and you would see that one that's all by itself. And you still see this first block right here, but you don't get that depth, so you can't tell that it's just 1 block, because you've got that 2 and that 3 behind it, and they make it look like it's that tall. Alright, isometric, again, I'm going to start somewhere. I'm going to start from this corner right here. I'm going to draw that block, and we'll see how it goes. I need some space. I know it's going to end up looking like this, so I'm going to start over here, and we'll start with that block right here. Again, I love starting with one of the corners. It helps me kind of visualize where it's going to go. I am right here with this block. I know that there's a 2 right next to it. I know that I would be able to see that 2, so I draw it. Alright, so I now have the 1 and the 2. I need a 3 tall, and this is where it gets a little weird. The next thing I'm going to draw is this 2, because when I'm looking at it from this side, I won't be able to see that stack of 3s that goes down. It will be covered by this stack of 2s. So when I draw it, here's that stack of 3 right here, but you'll notice it's covered visually by those stack of 2s on either side. You've got to be careful with that. And then this one, I actually don't need to draw those lines. This 1 would cover that bottom of the 2. Looks just like that. When you finish this drawing, it should look like this. Alright? It should look like that. Lots of different ways to draw it. This is how I like to draw it. You pick a side and you start, where would it be? Where would it be? And that's it. Man, you need this little line right there. Looks pretty good. Feeling pretty positive about that. Let's continue right along. On this one, we are given the orthographic and they want the foundation. The foundation is pretty easy. If I call that the front, here's the front. I have a 1 block, a 2 block, and a 3 block. The front is going to look like this. You have that 1 block, that 2 block, and that 3 block. Looks just like that from the front. From the top, it's going to look like this. You just have those 3 blocks. You can't tell how tall they are. You just have those 3 blocks. And then from the right, we'll call the right the side. It's going to look skinny, and it's going to look like it's all 3 tall. All you'll be able to see are these 3 sides from the right. Anyway, that's your orthographic. That's your technical drawings. Technical drawings. Orthographic is front, top, side. Isometric is the one that looks 3D, and then your foundation. Oh, my bad. Orthographic, front, top, side. Isometric looks like it's 3D, and then foundation is going to be from the top with your depth labeled on each block.